Absolutely. I think there's a lot sport could learn from eSports. I think fundamentally in eSports they have something where they say community first or gamer first. So whatever they do, always at the heart of it is, will this make the experience for the gamer or the community better? And I know that that's a basic principle of marketing, but I think in sport it's often lost. Things are often done for other purposes and then retrospectively said, oh yeah, it's for fans, or fans are forgotten about. Whereas in eSports it's very much, okay, how do we build it better for the community? Also I think because it's quite a new industry relatively compared to sport, they're doing a lot more innovative things, and because it's technology-led, they're more open to trying different things. In sport, we like to talk about innovation, and every brand wants to be innovative, but really they want to be because it sounds good often, and they want to be known for it, but sometimes what they do doesn't really live up to what they say. I'm not saying that's true with everybody, but quite a lot of the time I see it in brands. Whereas in eSports, there's a lot of new stuff happening, and I think sport can definitely learn how eSports engages with their fans and community online. While sport does it, the eSports fans live online. It's the only place to engage with them, and I think there's a lot that can be learned from sports teams and brands with how to engage with people in a meaningful way through digital. Yeah, I think doing their due diligence is absolutely key. I think insight, in my opinion, should always be used when you're making decisions. It shouldn't be your only thing that you look at. Data plays an important role, but so does being open-minded, being strategic in viewpoint and looking forward. So I'd say to non-endemic brands, really do your research, really take time to understand the market before you start investing in it, because otherwise you may find that you don't get the return on investment that you expect. Well, the first start point is, does cycling need to combine with eSports? So I think there's you always need to look at, why am I doing something? What are my objectives? Actually, there's a platform called Zwift, which you may or may not be familiar with, which is essentially you could use a static bike and it's connected to a computer and you can race in a virtual world. They're starting to have competitive elements, so it's almost fusing traditional sport with the premise of eSports, if you like, where you're competing virtually against people around the world, but through activity. So I guess you've then got a way of not having to be in the same country or crossing hundreds of miles of terrain to still have competition. So there are aspects of cycling there, but as I say, my first question would be, why are you doing it? Is there a need to do it? My favourite talk so far was the guys from AIB about the GAA sponsorship, in terms of how they turn their brand around and the power of sponsorship to do that. I think they were very clear in how they presented. They were very strategic in their view, and importantly they were very brave and innovative. And like being a sportsman, it's hard to win that first gold medal. It's even harder to win the second one and have continued success. We used to talk about that a lot at Team Sky. Winning is really hard, but sustaining winning is really, really difficult. And that's the challenge they now have. They've come from nothing, they had nothing to lose, they've done some great stuff. And for me, it was really interesting to hear them say, now how do we continue that? How do we not rest on that success? And how do we continue to strive and be brave and innovate rather than protect the position we've got? That really resonated with me. I haven't seen much beyond the car drive from the airport to here, but the people are all really friendly, they're all really interested and inquisitive. I'm very grateful for SPORTO for inviting me here, and I look forward to spending the weekend in the capital to see a bit more of Slovenia. I thought I'd take the opportunity, it's my first time here. Obviously where we are here is beautiful, and I look forward to seeing more of the country.